Assalamu alaikum, Brother Almir. Thank you for doing this interview. Regarding Islamic finance, there's been a lot of questions and queries from within the Muslim community pertaining to compliance with Islam's ethics and principles. The main reason we have invited you to answer some of the frequently asked questions is because you are regarded by Islamic finance experts as an authority on this matter. Just to list some of your credentials, you have attained a master's degree in Islamic banking and Islamic finance from La Trobe University. You are the director of Australian Centre for Islamic Finance, and you are a former lecturer at La Trobe University in Islamic finance, and you are a member at a working group at AUSCIF, and the list goes on. For Muslims in Australia, what is the importance of owning your own home versus renting?
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulina. Thank you for inviting me to talk about these important topics. Now, when we talk about issue of ownership in our community, it's a question of first setting the scene right, which is what is the purpose of us being here? What is the goal of Muslim community? Is the goal of Muslim community to establish itself, to be strong, to be able to sustain itself, to have institutions, to take care of its problems and so on. We see the history of Muslims in Australia is very interesting. It's very rich and deep history. And while Muslims came to this country in 1600s from Indonesia, Mcca, from Sulawesi, they would come here for a period of 3, 4, 6 months during monsoon periods. They would do business and they would leave. They didn't establish anything. That's why we don't have that continuous community living here in this land. After them, Afghan cameleers came. They built overland telegraph, railway lines. They built Australia, opened it up. And except few graves and few mosques that they built, we don't have them because they didn't establish themselves. So the whole seerah, whole history of Islam, of the life of Prophet ﷺ was that establishing the upper hand. And we see when he ﷺ migrated from Mecca to Medina, he established the market, institutions, so that Muslim community that used to live under oppression, economic boycott, sanctions, and all of these things, didn't have opportunities to participate in economy and life, had to migrate and leave everything behind. Why did they do it, and what did they do? So if we want to take a strategic vision of the community, it is to be independent and strong and to have ownership of what it has. So the owning a home is the one part of a big puzzle. What is the big puzzle? The big puzzle is the establishing Islam as a lifestyle. You see, you have to have everything you need in a healthy society, in the community. So if I'm a parent, I need to have a school for my children. If I'm a businessman, I need to own and run my own business. You understand? So part of that is to have a home. Home is a place of relaxation. Home is a place of certainty. Home is a place of belonging, putting the roots. So this is something that fosters your unique lifestyle so that your kids, they have somebody to play, somebody to know, somewhere to belong. You have a community where you actively participate. Without home, you have such a stress in life, such an uncertainty, such a problem. If you're renting, yes, people say it's not haram to rent. But the stress, the problems, uncertainty it brings is something that often in the climate as it is for Muslim community adds something that it's not always easy. So part of us establishing Islam is to own the homes, the schools, the businesses, and everything, and interact as a functional Muslim. So I would say it is vital for us to own and be upper hand and live with dignity and honor in this society.